Welcome to another episode of the Wonderful World of Wonder Woman. I'm Paul.
And I'm Mark.
And tonight we're going to be talking about
Episode 18, Flight to Oblivion. Diana is undercover as a photographer at San Remo Air Force Base to keep the secret test flight of the new Z-400 from being sabotaged. Also there is the rock group, the Hull City Howlers, and their manager, Edmond Dante, who has a way of putting people under a spell to do his bidding.
Oh, it's our quote. This.
Wonder Woman.
The cast for tonight's episode is, of course, Linda Carter as Diana Prince Wonder Woman. We have Lyle Wagner back in the field as Colonel Steve Trevor Jr. And our guest stars tonight include John Van Drielen as our bad guy, Edmond Dante, or as he's later known, Otto Franz. But he's no Otto Octavius, as our last episode.
Yes.
No. Michael Shannon, not that Michael Shannon, the 70s Michael Shannon, as Lieutenant Stonehouse, who's kind of a jerk. Corinne Michaels as Captain Ann Colby, who is Diana's liaison on the Air Force while she's pretending to be a photographer.
And Alice stand-in from Alice.
Yes, that's true. She did look like Alice. Alan Fudge as Major Alan Cornell. That's a real stretch there. Her boyfriend and a communications officer in the Air Force. Then we have Mitch Vogel as the lead singer. We correct IMDb.
Yeah.
They call him the drummer, but he's the lead singer of the band Nightwind from the 70s, who we cannot find anywhere. If you know of Nightwind or have any copies of their music, we would love you to put it in the comments, because we can't find them and we want to find them.
We want to get them on the show.
We want to get them on the show. And Nightwind appears as the Hull City Howlers.
Which doesn't make any sense.
No.
They should have just been Nightwind.
They should have been Nightwind. Yeah, that would have been great.
And they would have got a record deal. And
they could have.
They'd have been the next Foghat.
Linda Carter can sing. She could have guest starred on a song with them.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. What a missed opportunity for the band Nightwind, who clearly went nowhere. All right, so Paul,
dude's in a motel room with a gun in his watching our video.
Why didn't we think of that? Of course. Apparently, he's an actor too, though. This Mitch Vogel. So I don't know if Nightwind was real or not. Or he does play in a band now, a local rock band, in his retirement as an actor. So maybe that's all it ever was a bar band. But they kind of sounded like a bar band.
Very much like a bar band, as they played in the every VFW
from
across the country.
Yes, every VFW, and as well as like Polish gentlemen's club, just with the paneling and the
This episode is ridiculous, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cloak and daggery. It's kind of almost a bottle episode because it primarily takes place on this military base, which I'm sure they got a discount for filming on it because there were all these big C-47s or not C-47s, these big Hercules planes everywhere, and so it looked like it was an actual military base. But
The
no,
uniforms look good too.
yeah,
They
yeah,
look like costumes.
yeah. Eh,
I enjoyed it. I like seeing Steve back in action.
yeah, yeah.
So Steve, of course, we didn't get any Joe.
Well, we were joking. Joe was sitting back at the AC with his feet up on the desk, like,
You
finally.
thought you got rid of me, did you, Steve?
Right, Steve's
Get
gone.
on, yeah, get out there, Steve. So I like seeing Steve in action, and of
Yeah,
course, Steve getting kidnapped as
yeah,
always. So that's good. Nothing's changed. Um, I I thought it was interesting. Uh a little this Dante, this doctor, Otto, or not doctor, he's Otto Franz, former NATO colonel who apparently stole another test plane, um, by mind controlling the pilot, but he went with the pilot to turn the plane over to some Eastern European country
yes,
that wanted it.
yes,
Unfortunately, the plane crashed, so of course he walks around with a Doctor No fake black metal arm with a glove. So I kept calling him Doctor Maybe because he's only got half the arm, only
Doc,
one arm.
Doctor maybe.
Yeah. So, but he's thinking rather small. If he can mesmerize people as easily as he does in this episode,
Yeah, it's pretty weak how he
yeah.
does it.
I mean, he gets Steve with a cymbal,
Yeah,
to get him, and or I'm sorry, no, not Steve. He gets the lieutenant
yeah,
with just hitting a cymbal on the drums. You would think that he'd have bigger aspirations than trying to blow up planes for the military, but he didn't even have like a backstory of he was, offended by NATO or they did
yeah,
something to him in the military. So this is his revenge. It didn't even have that.
yeah,
Didn't quite go into how he learned to mesmerize people,
yeah,
other than buying the Time Life books, I suppose.
yeah.
But I do have to give him credit. uh, he had a better spy system set up than Steve did. And
Yeah, no kidding.
so because when Steve and Diana are talking in the beginning, they just explain, go to the IADIC or whatever it is, secure line. The bad guys hear them saying that.
Yeah,
So you just revealed who you are.
yeah. I mean,
So,
it was scrambled, but they managed to unscramble it.
well, they
It's
scrambled it after they announced
eh,
that they were going to the scrambled channel and the guys were
oh
listening
yeah,
in.
true, true.
So, I mean, it just,
They had to spell it out for the audience.
I guess.
Okay, this is a fine plot
Yeah.
because basically it's Telephone, which came out like a year later.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
I mean, a year earlier, starring Charles Bronson,
Okay.
where like just ordinary average person would be plowing snow or doing
Hmm.
something, and his phone would ring, and he'd pick it up, and the dude another would go, "The woods are dark and deep,"
Right.
etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then he's a sleeper cell and go off and like with a car bomb or whatever. So yeah, it's obviously influenced by Telephone because in Telephone it was, if I remember right, it was the Russians. So to keep it Eastern European rather than
Yeah.
do Russians,
Right.
they did a vague German kind of a
Hmm.
thing. Which, let's face it, you can't be a good German bad guy.
No. And too bad he could have been because he was older. He could
Mhm.
have been a former Nazi.
Yeah,
Why don't we just make him a former
I
Nazi who mastered mind control under Hitler? And
I think maybe they were trying not to scare the children at that point
oh, that's true.
because that was only like 25, 30 years after the war.
Right.
So
Yeah.
grandpa's still freaking out in the woodshed, having PTSD.
Right.
So
But he don't give a damn.
but he don't give a damn. That's right. And brother Billy had both guns drawn
Right.
since Vietnam.
That's right.
Anyway, but no, I do like this episode. It's for a bottle episode, it doesn't look so.
No, and I think for a subterfuge spy episode,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman does a lot.
Yeah.
They're really pushing Wonder Woman jumping and fighting
Yeah.
and moving and
This episode gave us Wonder Woman versus a tour bus. That was
which was
kind of
pretty
fun.
cool. That was cool. It's a modified tour bus that he
Yes.
was able to accelerate
Just as
with maximum speed.
max power, like
Yes.
The Simpsons.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it had devices built into it, the van. And so it just seemed like for a guy that can mesmerize people, he went to a lot of trouble to set all this up. But hey,
Yeah.
whatever. But it was kind of cool that he mesmerized everybody. Like I like the fact that one of his henchmen is just a guy he saw at the hardware store because he tells him later on, "Go back to the hardware store. Don't remember any of this."
Right. And essentially that's telephone because
Yeah, yeah.
people the Russian sleeper cells all had
Okay.
like menial jobs
Okay.
at filling stations, grocery stores,
Why
that
wasn't
kind
it
of thing.
called telephone? Why is it telephone?
I
Or is
pronounced
it
it tele.
is it telethon?
It's tele FON. So I
So
just
it's
pronounced it telephone, but that's not
probably
the
Russian for telephone.
probably or it just sounded cool.
Yeah.
It's based on a novel from a year or two prior to that that has a name that escapes me at the
Okay.
moment.
So
But
it's
yeah.
not telethon like Jerry Lewis. It's
Tiffany!
go attack the military for me.
I'm-
Anyway.
yeah, it's not, Jerry Lewis. No. Send in the clouds.
Yes. um, so luckily, another good thing about the show is that it minimized the involvement of the band. So the music did not play very much.
Yeah.
And
Leif Garrett was busy.
yeah, that would have made it. He would have been great.
I think he shows up later on in the series.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So he was probably too popular at the moment.
Or high.
Yeah, or high. Yes.
Too high.
Yes. So that was fine. The band. I mean, I like the fact she was undercover again. I like her little doohickeys built into the camera system.
Mhm.
That was cool. Very Mission Impossible. In fact, the show starts with, I swear to God, it was the Mission Impossible beginning music with the bongos. It sounded
Yeah,
almost
it kinda
exactly
had that.
like MI.
And that's something else I was going to point out. What I like about when the new producers came in
Mhm.
and shifted things around, what I like about what they do is they run like the prologue,
Mhm.
which is the setup for everything, and then they at just the key moment they throw in the theme song, and then they get back to the
Yeah.
show. I thought I like that.
Yeah.
I like when shows do that. There was a Oh God, what show was I watching? Oh, Strange New Worlds.
Okay.
Where like sometimes 15 minutes into the beginning, then suddenly, boom,
Mhm.
you get the Star Trek theme. It's like,
Right.
oh wait, yeah, we didn't see that yet.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I like when shows do that, and they did it pretty well. The other thing I like too, getting back to the band,
Mhm.
is they were just like a bar band that this dude used and they toured with them and
Yeah.
stuff. So it was kind of nice that it wasn't like they weren't trying to like make some like huge the Martin Mull episode.
Right. He just became their manager. I don't think they were mind controlled. There was no evidence.
Oh no, they were
He just
they were
used them
duped.
as an excuse
Yeah.
to travel around to sabotage all the Air Force bases
Yep.
and gather more drones, I guess, if you will, mind
Yeah.
controlled drones. So another thing I liked is that we have the return of not the return of chloroform. Unfortunately, we thought she was going to get hit with chloroform when she attacked the bus, but the missile launch facility at the end of the episode, of course, was the redressed bad guy lair.
Oh
Looked
yes, we got
perfect.
that
We
back.
got that back. It looked very nice
After
as
about
a missile
3
launching.
episodes,
Yes.
kind of started to miss it a little bit.
Yeah. And so I mean, it was interesting that he used, the lieutenant to launch the missile to destroy because this time instead of capturing a jet,
Yeah.
they just wanted it destroyed.
Yep.
And it was kind of for a minute I thought for sure Steve Austin was going to come on the plane because it looked just like his plane. In
Yeah.
fact, it might have been the same stock footage of the plane that test pilot flew.
Part of it, yeah, like
Yeah.
the part they didn't use in the $6 Million
Yeah.
Man. The other thing about it is after 2 or 3 episodes of the quick cut wrap up where they
Mhm.
caught the villain off camera,
Yeah.
this one doesn't do that.
Nope.
And it was kind of nice to have that back a little bit.
Yep.
There was a lot in this episode that they could have done that. They could have put more of the band in there, and then, but had the quick cut where they caught, Colonel Clink.
Right.
But
Or, much like Bionic Woman, the band offers to have Diana sing with them, and then she does a song episode. That was missing.
yeah,
That they missed a golden opportunity to have a Bionic Woman moment like that, where she sings with the band. Yeah, that's too bad.
Feelings, nothing more than feelings.
yeah.
Yeah, too bad for them. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good episode. Not bad. I mean, pretty standard spy episode,
Yeah.
which is good. Which of course this group of producers is good at,
Yeah.
since they came from Mission Impossible.
Yep.
And some of these actors are also from $6 Million Man, so clearly that they were on that as well. So it again felt like a could have been a $6 Million Man episode. So that's fine.
Bobby Peru, just like the country.
All right. Well,
Well,
I think we've just about squeezed every
yeah,
bit out of this episode we possibly can.
correct.
Do you want to go over next week's?
Yes, next
Again?
week. Yes, let's do it again, and perhaps the one after, just in case. Next time is episode 19, The Seance of Terror, written by Bruce Shelley, so he's Bruce's Beck. I see danger in your future. A boy psychic is manipulated by his evil guardian to thwart a peace conference. And then if that one blows, we'll do episode 20, The Man Who Wouldn't Tell. A mop, a broom, and a great big boom. Evildoers pursue a janitor who concocts a powerful new explosive. Starring Artie. It's going to be somebody from Lappin. It's going to be the janitor. Okay. Ooh. Maybe 19 will be good, and 20 will end up getting paired up with something else. So
Whatever it ends
Yeah.
up being, we're coming down to the end of season.
we are. We're on our last disc of season 2, so we are almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes left. So that's it, and we'll be done. So we might do two-parters, or we'll have 4 more episodes.
We'll
We'll let you know.
You'll just have to tune in and
That's
see.
correct.
That having been said, I'm Paul,
I'm Mark.
and this has been the wonderful world of Wonder Woman.
Telephone. Only 3 men know the destruction it can trigger. The man who conceived it, the man who stole it, the man who must stop it. Telephone. The operation that can activate 51 brainwashed, hypnotized human time bombs.
All it took to activate was a simple telephone call.
Miles to go.
Before I sleep.
Deep cover Soviet agents, unaware they're agents until they're triggered.
I'd like to go back to Moscow, remembering you as being alive. Can you help me accomplish that?
I killed for you, Major.
I am Major Grigory Bortsov of the KGB. Your mission has been canceled.
Charles Bronson, Lee Remick, Donald Pleasance.
This is Jim Rockford. At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.